11 worst diet mistakes that are making you fat. You can spend hours exercising, but you definitely won't lose fat if you don't watch not only what you eat, but also the quantities you eat. Unfortunately today, there is still a lot of confusing and contradictory information, which makes it easy to make some common mistakes when drawing up your fat loss diet plan. With this in mind, in this video, we've separated and explained the 11 main diet mistakes you should avoid, as these will make it very difficult for you to lose fat. Stay tuned until the end, because I'm sure you make mistake number 7 and have no idea how it can hinder this process. Number 1. Thinking it's enough to eat clean. Eating clean can be a mistake in a fat loss diet when people prioritize food quality over calorie control. Although nutritious and less fatty foods are essential for general health, as we've already explained, the drop in your body fat rate depends fundamentally on a calorie deficit. Focusing exclusively on foods that are considered clean can lead to the mistaken assumption that because you are making healthy choices, you are automatically losing weight. The problem arises when these clean foods are consumed in quantities that exceed daily energy expenditure. For example, nuts are thought to be healthy because of their nutrients and good fats, but they are dense in calories. Eating large quantities of them, even if they are healthy, can easily result in a calorie surplus, preventing fat loss if there is no strict control of total calorie intake. It is therefore crucial that any diet aimed at fat loss takes into account not only the quality, but also the quantity of food consumed. Awareness of the calorie deficit is essential. This means monitoring not only what you eat, but also how many calories these foods provide, and how this compares to your daily energy expenditure. Only in this way can you ensure that the diet is truly effective in reducing body fat. This is why athletes weigh everything they eat, in order to know exactly how many calories and macronutrients they are ingesting. Number 2. Skipping breakfast. Skipping breakfast can compromise the effectiveness of a fat loss diet because it affects basal metabolism and eating patterns throughout the day. By starting the day without food, the body can enter a state of energy conservation, reducing metabolism to conserve resources. This can result in fewer calories being burned during the day. In addition, there is evidence that skipping breakfast is associated with less healthy food choices throughout the day, such as higher consumption of foods high in fat and sugar, which can compromise weight loss efforts. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition investigated the effects of skipping breakfast on 309 adults over 16 weeks. The participants were divided into 3 groups: a group that consumed high-carbohydrate breakfasts, a group that consumed high-protein breakfasts, and a group that skipped breakfast. The results showed that the group that skipped breakfast showed greater weight gain over the course of the study compared to the other 2 groups. In addition, they showed less healthy eating patterns, including higher consumption of unhealthy snacks in the afternoon and evening. Number 3. Take the whole weekend off. First of all, consistency is key in any diet plan aimed at weight loss. By following a balanced diet during the week and then overdoing it on the weekends, you create a cycle of irregular calorie intake that can sabotage your efforts. What's more, the excess calories consumed during days off from dieting can easily outweigh the calorie deficit created throughout the week, preventing weight loss. For example, if someone maintains a deficit of 500 calories a day from Monday to Thursday, totaling a deficit of 2,000 calories, but consumes an extra 1,000 calories on each day of the weekend, the weekly calorie balance becomes almost neutral or even positive. This means that, instead of losing fat, the person can maintain their weight or even gain fat. Another important aspect is the psychological impact. Adopting an all-or-nothing pattern can lead to guilt and a feeling of failure after a weekend of excess, which can demotivate you and lead you to abandon your healthy eating plan. Finally, it is essential to learn to balance occasional pleasure with consistent discipline. Allowing yourself small indulgences moderately throughout the week can help you stay focused and avoid episodes of excess at the weekend. So if you've built up your brick wall over the week, don't knock it down at the weekend. Number 4. Making the basics difficult. A common mistake that stops people from changing their diet is focusing too much on the details and neglecting the bigger picture. Losing weight and burning fat is simple in theory. Just make a calorie deficit. This means consuming fewer calories than you expend. However, despite this simplicity, you can make the diet as complex as you like. For example, beginners might question whether they should eat organic food, whether broccoli is better for weight loss than cauliflower, or whether it's better to cook vegetables rather than eat them raw. Although these questions are interesting, in the overall context, they have minimal or no impact on your weight loss results. Many people get lost and overwhelmed by focusing on irrelevant details. Should you eat red or white meat? Should I have a protein shake 30 minutes or just 1 hour after training? What time of day should I take my creatine? Look, it's fine to search for these answers, but don't let these little things divert your energy from what really matters. The 2 main guidelines you should follow are to maintain a calorie deficit and ensure adequate protein intake on a daily basis. That is, of course, if you want to lose fat. If you want to gain mass, the calorie deficit is reversed to a calorie surplus. By following these 2 guidelines, you'll burn fat and improve your body composition. So don't get overwhelmed by the details, as there is so much conflicting information that you can get confused. It's important to understand that any diet can work, as long as it works for you. Number 5. Following fad diets. Another significant misconception is to adopt eating plans followed by celebrities or trendy diets mentioned in magazines or online health articles. Firstly, it's crucial to understand that many of these diet plans attributed to your favorite actors, models, or athletes are actually made up. The celebrities who promote them often don't follow these diets in real life. Secondly, the fact that something has worked for someone else does not guarantee that it will work for you, as each individual has unique needs, preferences, and physiologies. Thirdly, it is common for celebrities to endorse fad diets that lack scientific validation, often designed as quick fixes for weight loss needed for specific movie roles. For example, Beyoncé adopted a diet known as the Master Cleanse for her role in Dreamgirls. This diet excludes solid foods for at least 10 days, relying exclusively on a homemade drink sweetened with lemon for calories and nutrients. It is claimed that this method detoxifies the body and speeds up weight loss, although there is little evidence of its effectiveness, and it is more likely that it doesn't work. In addition, the diet is detrimental to health and body composition, as it provides almost no protein, leading to significant loss of muscle mass. As well as being unsustainable in the long term, these types of plans should be avoided. Number 6. Excessive consumption of caloric drinks. Excessive consumption of caloric drinks can significantly hamper the efforts of those seeking to lose fat. People often underestimate the amount of calories consumed through drinks, such as soft drinks, juices, energy drinks, and even drinks sweetened with natural sweeteners. And of course, for obvious reasons, we don't even need to mention alcohol. These drinks not only add calories to the daily diet, but are also often devoid of essential nutrients, which can lead to a higher total calorie intake than is necessary to achieve a calorie deficit, which is fundamental for fat loss. A common mistake is the misconception that all juices are healthy and therefore harmless in a weight loss diet. Some natural juices do indeed bring numerous benefits to the body, such as orange juice, which contains a high amount of antioxidants, and also vitamin C. However, commercial juices often contain high levels of added sugar and can have a calorie content comparable to that of soft drinks. Even the natural fruit juices we've mentioned are still calorie-dense due to their natural sugar content. Studies show that regular consumption of high-calorie drinks is associated with increased body weight and difficulty maintaining or losing weight. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlighted that the consumption of sugary drinks is directly linked to weight gain and an increase in body mass index over time, especially when these additional calories are not compensated for by a reduction in solid food intake. Number 7. Neglecting fiber in the diet. Fiber plays a crucial role in the diet of those looking to lose fat for several reasons. Firstly, fiber is known to promote satiety, i.e., it helps keep you feeling full for longer after meals. This can help control calorie intake throughout the day, as it reduces the likelihood of overeating and unhealthy snacking between main meals. In addition, fiber is important for digestive health, helping with intestinal regularity and maintaining a healthy gut microbiome. A relevant study published in the Journal of Nutrition investigated the effects of fiber on weight loss in a group of individuals over a 12-week period. Participants were instructed to increase their fiber intake through foods such as fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. The results showed that those who consumed more fiber experienced greater weight loss compared to those who did not increase their fiber intake. This suggests that fiber can be an important component of an effective fat loss diet. In addition to promoting satiety and contributing to reduced calorie intake, fiber can also help regulate blood sugar levels, which is crucial for keeping energy stable throughout the day and preventing sudden hunger spikes that can lead to less healthy food choices. Number 8. Meal frequency. High meal frequency can interfere with the body's natural fat-burning periods. When we eat, our body releases insulin, a hormone that prevents the mobilization of stored fat. Eating frequently keeps insulin levels high, which can make it difficult to access fat reserves for energy. The habit of eating many times a day can also lead to excessive calorie consumption, especially if food choices are unhealthy or there is little attention to portion size. Even small amounts of calorie-dense food can add up to a significant total over the course of the day. In addition, eating too often can make it difficult to practice intermittent fasting, an effective weight loss strategy for many, which is based on extending periods of fasting to allow the body to burn fat more efficiently. Finally, the high frequency of meals can lead to an unbalanced relationship with food, where eating is motivated more by habit or emotions than actual hunger, which can result in a vicious cycle of emotional eating and weight gain. Number 9. Not eating enough protein. Protein plays a crucial role in maintaining muscle mass during weight loss. When people reduce their calorie intake to promote fat loss, it is common to also lose muscle mass. This can only be avoided with an adequate protein intake. Maintaining muscle mass is crucial because muscle is metabolically active and helps you burn more calories, even at rest, thus contributing to an increase in your basal metabolism and therefore your daily energy expenditure. A significant study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition investigated the effects of protein intake on body composition during a weight loss program. The participants were divided into two groups: a group that consumed a higher amount of protein, around 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, and a group that consumed a standard amount of protein, around 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. The results showed that the group with the highest protein intake had a greater loss of fat and a greater preservation of muscle mass compared to the group with the lowest protein intake. In addition, protein is also known to promote satiety and reduce hunger, which can help control total calorie intake throughout the day. This is especially important in calorie-restricted diets, where it is essential to maximize nutrition and minimize feelings of deprivation. Okay, I've understood that I should eat protein to lose fat, but how much protein should I eat a day? The recommended amount of daily protein intake varies according to body weight, level of physical activity, and individual goals. However, a general guideline is to consume between 1.5 and 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day for active individuals who are looking to lose fat. This range can be adjusted based on individual needs, but it is crucial to ensure that there is adequate consumption to support muscle and metabolic health during weight loss. Number 10. Not drinking enough water. Water plays crucial roles in metabolism and body weight regulation. Firstly, adequate hydration is essential for the efficient functioning of the metabolism. Studies show that water boosts the body's energy expenditure, even at rest, which can contribute to calorie burning and fat loss in the long term. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism explored the effects of water on food-induced thermogenesis, which is the temporary increase in metabolism after eating food. The researchers found that water consumption increases food-induced thermogenesis, indicating that adequate hydration can enhance calorie burning during the digestive process. In addition, water can help suppress appetite when consumed before meals, which can lead to a lower total calorie intake. A lack of water can be mistaken by the body as hunger, leading to a greater likelihood of overeating. The recommended amount of daily water consumption varies according to body weight and level of physical activity. In general, the guideline is to consume around 30 to 50 milliliters of water per kilogram of body weight. For example, a 70-kilo person should drink approximately 2 to 3.5 liters of water a day, distributed throughout the day to maintain adequate hydration. Number 11. Calorie control. First of all, without monitoring your calorie intake, it's difficult to determine whether you're really creating that deficit necessary for fat loss. Even with seemingly healthy choices, such as salads or low-calorie snacks, portions and side dishes can drastically alter the total calorie count. Underestimating the amount of calories consumed is very easy. Many foods have calorie values that can be surprisingly high, especially when you consider larger portions or processed foods that may contain additional ingredients that aren't obvious. Without conscious control, it's easy to exceed your daily calorie needs without realizing it. Another crucial aspect is consistency. To achieve sustainable results in fat loss, it is essential to keep regular track of calorie intake. This not only helps to ensure that we are on the right track, but also allows for adjustments as necessary. Without this awareness, it's easy to fall into consumption patterns that can sabotage the desired progress. Finally, calorie tracking provides a deeper understanding of personal eating habits. This includes identifying areas where small changes can make a big difference and recognizing eating patterns that may be contributing to weight gain.